Please welcome Daniel Torrens, Global Ecosystems Portfolio Management Director of SAP SuccessFactors.
All right. Okay, so I have about 8 minutes, so I'm going to set my timer. If not, I forget. But I just want to start off by saying I'm so honored and grateful to be here. Hearing all of these different conversations, I'm having so many flashbacks to just different seasons of my life. I was actually born in Dominican Republic. I lived in Peru for 5 years. My dad's Cuban, my mom's Colombian. Where's all my Latinos in the room? Right? So coming to this country and really starting with nothing to just hearing different people's offerings or expertise and just being like, yeah, that helped me, yeah, that helped me, yeah, that helped me. To be here just warms my heart. So round of applause for Angela. Thank you for bringing all of these wonderful people, and Jamil as well. You guys are awesome. So today, before I get into today's topic, oh, perfect. A little bit about me. I'm based out of Miami, Florida. I'm with SAP for now 11 years. I also spent some time at Workday, so two of the larger HCM providers. And I'm really passionate about helping people understand themselves through data, and then also companies being able to use that data so that we can guide people to meaningful career opportunities as well as development opportunities that they can use to continue to grow their career. But we're very far away from this in order for companies to do this effectively. So I'm going to be talking about some of the more foundational elements that organizations need to consider in order for us to really be able to do this at scale within companies and even outside of companies. And so I'll be sharing some of the frameworks that we have across our open skills ecosystem, which opens up our platform to be able to take data from external vendors so that we can help connect some of these dots. So the $1 million question we get from our customers is how are we supposed to pause and do this big skills project when life is moving so fast? We have the introduction of AI, we have new regulations to think about. The customer needs are evolving as well as the employee needs. And just out of curiosity, whose work week feels like this, right? Probably feels like this week for a lot of us. And so partially what we're finding, especially in some of the studies that we've done with one of our partners, E&Y, the reason for the pace of change and the reason it is accelerating is due to emerging technologies. And we're seeing this be more of a priority at the CEO level. And so as CEOs are now adopting, trying out, rolling out, investing into AI, we're going to continue to see this pace of innovation, the pace of change speed up in order to innovate. And the question I have for everybody in the room is, what does this really mean for people in HR, or for people who are helping develop people, or for people who are responsible for understanding what the work will be? And so with this introduction, we know that the work is going to change. Right now, we're in a lot of conversations with organizations, helping them understand where they should introduce AI, what that will mean to how people work today, so specifically the tasks, which tasks will people do, which tasks will agentic AI do, and then more importantly, once that's figured out, what skills will people need? What are the skills that they'll continue to use and potentially upskill? And then what are all of the new skills that this new AI and human will bring forward? And then finally, how does that inform all of the workforce planning, the upskilling and reskilling resources, as well as how you manage and you deploy your talent? And so customers are really saying, how do we do all of this? So this is where our solution comes in, the SAP SuccessFactors Talent Intelligence Hub. It is one place for organizations to manage all of their job architecture and their work, so all of the tracking that says all of the roles and all of the tasks. It's one place to store all of your skill library, and then my favorite, one place for employees to track all of their skills and attributes. So we don't just track employee skills, we also track some of their soft skills. So we talked a lot about how do we identify potential in employees. So we do that through also personality assessments. We can do that through soft skill assessments. So what are the other data points that we could look that would really help us identify potential to guide an employee? And so what we've done is we've opened up our Talent Intelligence Hub, and we've opened it up for the very first time last year, and we've invited all of these rich data providers in the job architecture space and in the skill space so that we would be able to consume their data in one centralized location so that they can standardize and harmonize all of their work and skills language. that will then power the rest of our platform. And so once organizations begin to do this, you can begin to start to see they have their internal data, they're also being informed by external data forces, they're putting it all in one place, and now you can begin to drive skill-based processes across your different functions to be able to attract the right type of candidates. And so I'm just gonna quickly go through just 3 examples. We break down our open skills ecosystems by 3 partners. So we have our skill infrastructure partners. These partners are here to help us build the job architecture as well as modernize it, especially in the time of change. We also have our recruiting application partners. A lot of these partners are bringing in skills from the candidate's digital footprint. They're really bringing in inferred skills, and if there's an assessment component together, we can actually validate some of those inferred skills. And then finally, we have our learning partner, skill partners, which really help us understand what is all of the training people have done, what are the skills attached to that training, and what are some of the things that they have proven that they can perform based off some of this training. So to wrap up, now that we have all of that in one centralized locations, we're really helping organizations unlock talent intelligence across the organization so that they can manage their total workforce, they can begin to do strategic workforce planning, and then for the employee, they can benefit from skills-based hiring, upskilling, the employee experience, learning, and it's all powered through our open skills ecosystem. If you want to learn more about the open skills ecosystem, I'll be around and I'm happy to answer any questions. My one ask is it's to make every employee a success story. I don't think I can go back. And the way we do that is by helping people understand themselves, who they are, through data and exercises, and then also using technology and data to guide them. Thank you, everybody.